Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a brand new video, well, another video from Nerd Comics Inc. of turning more famous vehicles into mech armors. And starting off, we have the Minecraft minecart. So, yeah, I think this is just going to be like a regular suit of armor. Either way, let's hop in and check it out.
Hello, and once again, welcome to another one of these little sessions where I slowly lose my mind trying to deal with all these stupid people using stupid neck armors without stupid permission.
Okay, I want this guy to actually try and talk with Benny Schaub. He's the guy that makes mech armors, and this is the guy that has to deal with all those mech armors.
My name is, once again, sir, I must ask that you do not reveal your name, as it is classified information. Half of this stuff should really be classified information. How is my name the most classified of all of these?
Why don't you just call yourself like Professor Mech or something like that?
I don't know.
Make up
Whatever.
a name.
Okay. The first one we'll be going over today is a man who goes by the name of Steve.
Steve!
Yes, as you will learn, this guy is the pinnacle of uncreative. Anyway, this guy, Steve, actually does have a few superpowers of his own. Mostly that he can take any element that he touches and create more of it. And make stuff out of it and combine them and pretty much just create anything in weird block-like shapes.
Oh, talking about the inventory and the crafting table.
Diamond, he can make a whole bunch of diamond blocks. If he touches some dirt, he can make a whole bunch of dirt blocks. You know, because you get the drill by now. However, since this guy can make anything out of said unlimited resources,
Cool looking pickaxe, I'll tell him that.
he has decided to make a few mech armors of his own to help him do his evil doings. He's made a few, mostly made of diamond or gold or iron, but one he made was specifically to help him get around, and it is also mostly made of iron. It has a bit of a minecart aesthetic, but it's not particularly the mech armor itself that I'm interested in. What we're interested in...
You know, one thing I didn't actually ask in the last video was what would actually be like the names of all these mech armors? So that will be up to you folks that watch these videos. But down in the comments below, your pick of the mech armor, and then what it would actually be called.
Here at Area 53 is...
Area 53?
Here's what the mech armor is powered on. See, recently we have discovered, for lack of a better terms, a new element. Hint. It's a sort of red stone that Steve has very creatively named Red Stone. Yes, this is as idiotic as you would think. However, this red stone can serve as a sort of power source for a large amount of the electronic devices, and we still don't exactly know how it works, as it's a fairly rare element. And until we can figure out this, we do have Steve on a high alert. Mostly for craft reasons, but...
Okay, at first I thought this was just going to be, you know, a regular suit of armor with maybe a little bit of the Minecraft texturing. But no, he's actually gone a little beyond. Yes, it does look like a regular suit of armor for the most part, but have you noticed that the shoulder pads, those are actually chest minecarts, and he's even incorporated power rails into the armor and the weapon itself. Side note, the weapon's completely replaced one of his hands. Damn, I wonder what the story behind that is.
Not my place to judge. Okay, so the reason I decided to do a minecart from Minecraft was mostly because of a bet. My brother Sam, I was asking him for any vehicle ideas I could make into mech armors, and he sarcastically said to make one out of the minecarts from Minecraft, due to the fact that, you know, they're literally just a gray block, and there's not that much inspiration.
It's a bucket you ride.
But me being me, I decided to go and do it anyways, to apparent success. Now, I
Yeah,
did
I
base a
like it.
lot of this less off the minecarts and more of just Minecraft as a concept in general. If you'll notice, here's I forgot what they're called, but like the straps that connect part of the armor. Armor sort of resemble the rails that they
Powered
use
rails
for
specifically.
minecarts. And
Let's say
also,
gold.
obviously, the main weapon is a pickaxe, except for some reason also has the rails on it. Honestly, this time
It's
was
called a
made more
theme.
for aesthetic purposes than for any actual functionality of design. Here, here. And that's pretty much all I have to say regarding the designs of this armor.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting much, but damn did he deliver. It's actually pretty nice. Though that look of the pickaxe seems familiar, like I've seen it in another show or something. Can't completely remember. All I know is that looks familiar. Ooh, good ad with the glow. Well, powered redstone does have a glow to it. Nice. What's next?
Okay, fair warning. This next one is really, really sad.
Okay.
Anyway, a few years ago, there were these two cops that also happened to be a married couple, named Carl and Ellie Fredrickson.
Wait. You're turning the house from up into a mech armor. I did okay. I thought you had gone a little extreme with maybe making Yoshi into a mech armor, considering that's a mount. You're turning a full damn house into a mech armor.
However, they spent their entire lives trying to hunt down one criminal named Charles Muntz, who
Alright,
was
fine.
poaching illegally endangered bird species, which Ellie was very passionate about. However, one day Ellie got herself a case of cancer and died
A case of
immediately
cancer.
after. This completely wrecked Carl's life, and he retired from his career and sat around waiting to die. However, he then got a tip from a young Boy Scout, funnily enough, that Charles Muntz was
wilderness
actually hiding
explorer.
out in South America in a place known as Paradise Falls. Well,
Right.
Carl, who had spent his entire life, well, his and Ellie's entire life, he was tracking down this one criminal, immediately decided to go finish the job that Ellie would have wanted.
Time to get
However,
the criminal.
first,
But
he
how?
needed some equipment. See, at this time, Carl was a very old man and was not anywhere near physically capable
I mean, literally at the beginning of the actual movie, I would say he's about 70-ish, maybe? I don't know.
of going over and, well, in the sky. And so he had himself commissioned a mech armor, made as an homage to his and Ellie's old house. But
This-
mech armor also had one rather strange ability. Here, if you'll notice
could fly.
those weird mace circuloid things on the side of the armor, if he chose to spun those around extremely fast, the mech armor could essentially fly like a helicopter.
It can fly. It can fly. It can
Using
talk.
this ability, he flew it all the way to South America, and pretty much immediately he bodied Charles Muntz. Hence, as well as
Take your
stole
time.
his talking dog. Hug. Yes, he had a talking dog, and he was adorable. Oh, his name was Doug, and he loves you. Anyway,
Doug is nice.
With his wife's final request met, and all of their life goals done, and Carl could finally rest, knowing that Ellie was finally happy.
The job was
Now
done.
I'm just gonna cry.
I could kind of understand why he was trying to take the story and all with him trying to match the actual movie, even though there was a little bit of difficulty in the way he was explaining it. But then again, that's also one thing when you don't do scripted videos. Yeah. I mean, if I had to actually guess with the way Popcross does his, I would assume he does the speed draw separately, then later on goes on to write down the lore and read that back. So he's not just making it off the top of his dome in the midst of the recording, or even just after the speed drawing, or even before. And I guess when it comes to a channel like him, he probably has been doing that for a while. Well, if you probably go back a few years, he'd probably be in the same boat as Nod here. Feels like there needs to be some like soft background music or something for when no one is talking. Just maybe like a little ba da 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 or something. I don't know. I'm not a musician. I'm just a guy with a slight speech impediment. Okay, what's
so
next?
The background for this one, I'm not...
Wait, you're making Maridon into a mech? I mean, okay, technically, yes, it is a vehicle, but it would be the same debate as Yoshi. It's a living creature.
Going to spend that much time on. Mostly because I have a log that I'm doing in a few weeks that heavily ties into this concept. But essentially, we at the Mech Armor Association have found some kind of Mech Armor underground fighting ring that seems to be completely international, as we have found 9 current locations, all in different parts of the globe. However, the one that I am discussing...
Oh, 9 areas, 9 regions, 9 generations? I get it. It's Pokemon.
Today,
very Pokemon.
Here, for some reason, is in Spain. In this one,
it's called Paldea.
Spanish fighting ring, the most popular champion among all the fighters is someone simply known as Miradon. Miradon has a strange mech armor that some say resembles some sort of lizard, crossed with a motorcycle.
Yeah,
very
that's
strange
true.
Combination. The guy who found the armor allegedly says he found it lying on a beach somewhere. And
so wait, is this mech armor going to be alive and sentient while also being separate? Or is there only like an AI programming that can help when someone is inside it? Ooh, we got some questions.
Decided to use it for fighting. Seems like a weird choice. Find a strange armor on the beach and your immediate thought is, how much money can I make off of this? But I'm not a criminal mastermind, so what do I have to say about this? Yes. But one of the things that intrigues me most about this armor is the fact that it really shouldn't exist.
Go on.
This armor has a strange ability that other armors don't have, which is that it can transform into a variety of vehicles. It can transform into a motorcycle, a flying thing, a scuba water thing, or I don't really know. It's not really
a wall climber.
But whatever. You get the gist. It transforms into different vehicles. This technology, at least to my research, doesn't exist yet, which has led some in my department to theorize that this thing is actually somehow from the future, and that it was somehow most likely accidentally sent back in time to... I don't really know. The theory doesn't go into more of a why and more of a how. Some have stated there's this strange time portal
just call it a time machine
underneath a crater in the middle of Spain. That summons
the Area
this thing?
Zero cradle.
I don't know, and frankly, I do not care enough to do any more research on this subject. But yep,
I've done the research.
That log in a couple weeks, so I'm going to anyway. So when I was picking out vehicles to do, I actually had a hard time coming up with which vehicles I was actually going to be turning into Mech Armors.
Ooh, I like what you did with
And
the
one
eyes.
of the ones that came up, well, at first I was actually going to, like, Corviknight, since that works as a taxi service in Pokemon.
Yeah, true.
I figured since last time I did Yoshi, I could do another, like, mount-type Mech Armor. But then, when I was thinking of Pokemon vehicles, this thing obviously came to mind, since at the time I was drawing it, Scarlet and Violet had just come out. Oh.
And I can understand why you would actually do Miraidon and not Koraidon, considering that Miraidon Hill is a little more vehicle-looking, while Koraidon is pretty much just big muscle lizard.
By the way, I'm not completely sure if I got the name right. I think this is Miraidon. It could be Koraidon. I don't really know off the
No,
top
this is
of my head.
Miraidon.
So, anyway. When I came to design, this is probably one of the best Mech Armors I've drawn recently, other than, like, the up one. But one of the main flaws is that it just kind of looks like the original character, but standing up. I didn't really have to change all that much about it, other than just making it more humanoid. And to be fair, the reason that I did Miraidon instead of Koraidon is because it automatically looks more Mech Armory.
It's a lot more machine.
And I do have a plan for something to do with Koraidon later on. Koraidon later. That almost rhymed. Anyway, still,
yeah, a little.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Here is the final image, and also a shiny form, because why not?
You made a shiny of it. Okay, let's take a look at that. Very classic, very nice. Now, so a shiny. There it is. Unpainted. That's actually how all those Future Paradox ones.
Okay, now this next one I'm a bit frustrated by. Mostly because I will always remember the day I almost caught this guy.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're making Jack Sparrow, why was I about to call him Pedo? Jack Sparrow's pirate ship into a mech.
This guy, he introduces himself as Captain Jack Sparrow, although he's definitely not a captain of anything. He used to lead a gang of pirates, and by pirates I mean, people who steal stuff from docks and ships, not like the Yo-Ho-Ho pirate. Although, to be honest, they do quite resemble the Yo-Ho-Ho pirate. So
actually, I was about to say, technically, the pirates that steal from other ships and docks and everything, all the Yo-Ho-Ho pirates, just, more serious, I guess? I don't know. What's actually the difference between them?
Maybe that was intentional. I don't know. Anyway, this guy, he's extremely drunk. 9 times out of 10, I don't know if there's like an alcohol scale or something, but just assume he's the most drunk a human being could get while still living.
That is actually impressive.
He was most well known for leading his gang of pirates in his signature mech armor, one that he was very attached to.
What's it called?
However, that was when I came in. I came in my own mech armor to go arrest him, and I may have gone a little bit overboard.
You broke it, didn't you?
Shot him down from the sky and never saw him again. At least, so I thought at the time.
Well, damn,
Turns out, he somehow survived me shooting him out of the air, and apparently got his armor fixed by some black market mech armor salesman named Davy Jones. On the bargain that he would steal a bunch of stuff for Davy Jones.
1,000 souls, I believe, in the movie.
He did not live up to this bargain, but he killed Davy Jones anyway, so really, I guess debts don't really matter if you kill the guy you're indebted to.
I mean, yeah, if you're only indebted to a single person and you axe them, then boom, debt's gone. But if you're indebted to a company and you only axe one person, yeah, no, the debt still exists. In fact, you actually just increase it by killing that person.
Call my lawyer. Anyway, so here he was again, alive and well. For now.
And still drunk.
I then went to hunt him down myself. With my signature mech armor, I went out onto the open seas and was going to shoot him down for real this time. And I did.
Here we go. Final shot.
But he survived.
What?
Again and again.
Oh
Every
boy.
time I would catch him, he would somehow always get away. Always taunting me in the process. You know what? I think I need a break. I'm just gonna go lie down. See you all eventually. I don't care. Good night. Okay, this one I had a lot of fun with.
Oh,
Yes.
easily.
When I was doing this episode, this was the one mech armor vehicle turning into thing that I was absolutely set on doing.
I love that you made the cannons from the ship into actual cannons on the arms. But instead of like going over like a mega bustle, it's instead strapped on top of it.
The Jack Sparrow Black Pearl. The main issue I had
Oh, it was called the Black Pearl. Nice.
coming across this one doing that is simply because of the color. The Black Pearl doesn't really have that much design details outside of being a pirate ship that is all black. But as you can see, I did manage to make that work.
Hell
I
yeah,
hope
you
enjoy.
did. I like it. If I had a mech armor, I'd probably wear something like this. Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of you next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.